Happy Tuesday. We are starting a brand new unit, and this unit is going to be about slope, but we're going to first start, you're going to have this paper as a PDF. This part will be as a skill builder and a check for understanding. Make sure you also do the skill builder. Then we are going to start right here with some definitions. Okay, a relation. A relation is just a set of ordered pairs. A function is a relation, so you could insert ordered pairs, in which the x values corresponds to only one y value. A relationship in which each input value has only one output value. So what you're going to look for is you're going to look at the x's. If the x's repeat, then it's not a function. Look at the x's. If the x's do not repeat, then it is a function. So these are they're stating the same thing in a little bit different way, and we'll practice. And one of the notes is that all functions are relations, but all relations are not functions. Okay, so there's a picture of this little guy on top of it, somebody. So if I walked into the classroom and I had these two little guys and they were standing next to each other just hanging out, I would have no problem. That would be okay. But if I walked into the classroom and two students were like this, it would not be okay. So why this picture is important is if coordinates are on a graph, you can look at the coordinates and apply the vertical line test. Vertical line test is this, and determine if the relationship is a function. The vertical line test states if 2 points are vertical from each other, then it is not a function. In other words, if I walked into a classroom and there were two students and one was on top of each other's shoulders, it would not be good. Okay, domain. The complete set of possible x values written in set notation from least to greatest. So I'm going to do a set of 3, 1, 2, 5, and 6, 4. Okay, here's the set. These little brackets are set notation. On the computer, they're right next to the P. My domain is my sets of x's. So this guy, and this guy. So my domain, and I'm going to list the x's from least to greatest, are 2, 3, and 6 in set notation. Range is the complete set of possible y values, written in set notation from least to greatest. So using this entire set again, my range in set notation is the 1, the 5, and the 4 in order from least to greatest. Continuing on, we can take a set of coordinates and we can decide whether we can do it in 4 representations. Okay, we can have ordered pairs as mapping. We can have it as graphing. We can have it as a t-chart or a table, and we can have it in set notation. From mapping, what I'm going to do is I'm going to label these people and these places. And I'm going to think in my head that 2 is going to the office and 2 is going to the gym. Can they do that at the exact same time? One person be at the office and the gym. That would be a no, so that is not a function. You also can pull these out and make them coordinate pairs. And the coordinate pairs would be 220, 240, 440, and 330. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to highlight my x's, And notice they repeated. And once my x's repeat, it's not a function. On a graph, I'm going to draw some lines up and down. Notice there's nobody on top of each other, so this is a function. From a t-chart, I'm going to look at my x's, just my x's, and I go 3, -2, 0, -3, 3. Once the x's repeat, not function. In set notation, I'm going to highlight my x's. 6, 3, 7, 5, -3 did not repeat, then it is a function. So the interesting thing is if you're given one representation, you can do them all. So on here, my points are, this one is 0, 2. This one is 3, 0. This is 7, 2. This is 5, -5. And this is -5, 5. So, set notation, I can just list them. -5, 5. 0, 2, 3, 0, 7, 2, 5, -5. Mapping, -5 would go here. 0, 3, 5, and 7. -5, 0, 2, and 5. Notice I have 2 2's, but I only list them once. So -5 went to 5, 0 went to 2, 3 went to 0, 5 went to -5, and 7 went to 2. My table, -5, 5. These are least to greatest, these were least to greatest. These are going to be least to greatest. -5, 0, 3, 5, 7, 0, 2, 3, 0, 5, -5, 7, 2. Function, nobody's on top of each other, so it is a yes. Domain, I'm listing my x values, -5 from least to greatest, and my range are my y values listed from least to greatest. And only once, if they appear twice. From set notation, what you would do is you would plot them. You would also put them in the mapping. You could put them in a table. You can answer yes or no for a function, and domain and range. So let's look if this is a function. 6, 3, 7, 5, -3. It is a function. None of my x is repeated. My domain would be 6, 3, 7, 5, and -3, which is my x values. And we're going to stop there, and we're going to practice a couple of problems in the next video.